welcome to today's practice. I was listening to a meditation with Eckhart Tolle over the weekend, and in it he stated that we are in a collective time of adversity, that we are not individually having these difficult times, but as a whole are being presented with the same challenges pretty much across the board, varying degrees of course as to what that challenge is, but we are all having this time where we're uncomfortable. And there are three things that I've realized about myself when things become uncomfortable. There are three options available. The first option available when things become uncomfortable is to try to find pleasantness elsewhere. This pleasantness can be anything from a book, which I often find myself into, or a movie, maybe binge watching a whole series. It can even be into alcohol, food, what have you. It's essentially numbing, sleepwalking, and it stalls you out a little bit, or a lot, depending on how much you're partaking. Another step in discomfort that's available is to spend a lot of time either in the past or in the future in our thinking mind, which our thinking mind is an obstacle in itself. So when we tend to spend a lot of time in the past or in the future, it can bring up this either feeling of depression or anxiety within us. And then the last option that we have when it comes to discomfort is to practice presence, to move through what we're feeling rather than to try to steer around it or to try to leap over it in some way by not being present. It's in this opportunity to really be present that we are given the greatest opportunity for growth. And I actually have an Eckhart Tolle quote from the most recent book I'm reading, which is called The Leap by Stephen Taylor. Just into the foreword, but so far, highly recommend. Anyway, the Eckhart Tolle quote, he says, and this is from The Leap, "Challenges are the lifeblood of all evolution. Every challenge, every obstacle that life seems to put in your path is an opportunity for awakening, for becoming present, or for deepening the state of presence." So as you move today, I offer you to notice where you go when things become challenging or uncomfortable. Again, we're not getting into this realm of pain. That's not what I mean by discomfort. That's a whole other beast. It's sharp, it's sudden. Discomfort's more of, it's kind of like that dull, annoying kind of discomfort, right? So just be aware of that first of all. And just really, as you watch, you step back from what's going on and you watch yourself through this practice today, I want you to just notice when you start to lean toward the past, the future, toward pleasant things rather than just being right here, right now, and just to watch where your mind goes and to begin to learn through that awareness, through that presence. And again, the more often that you practice this, in my experience, the easier that it comes to you. So that being said, we're going to begin in an easy seat. If you would like, please feel free to have a bolster, a blanket, or a pillow underneath your seat so you can lift up and out of your waistline. Or again, a block underneath the knees can help limit some of the strain here. So you just decide where you're at today. If you'd like, maybe walking the sits bones back a bit or heels moving away from your bottom, let it be a little softer. And then allow the hands to come back on the thighs. If you feel you need to be grounded, palms down. If you feel you could use some energy today, maybe palms up. If you don't want to make any decisions, one of each. And then allow your spine to gently stack. You can rock yourself forward and back in your seat to decide where that most upright position is. Allow your shoulders to smooth down your back and ever so slightly bring your chin in towards your throat. We actually want to think of our eyebrow being lower than the top of our ear, so you might even feel that and notice what that is. And then when you're ready, you can softly gaze on the floor ahead of you, or you can close your eyes completely if that feels comfortable. And just take a moment here to welcome yourself to the practice today. To turn inward and notice how you feel in your body. Beginning by observing any areas that feel particularly tight or spacious. When you feel ready, moving that awareness up to your heart space, your emotional center. How are you doing there? Again, we're observing without judgment, just being present. And when you feel ready to move on, you'll travel up to the space of your mind, just noticing how busy or how still you are there. And when you are ready, yogis, please bring your awareness to your breath. I would like you to inhale and feel your belly expand outward, navel moving away from spine. Come here. And then on your exhale, I would like you to feel the navel draw back down to your spine as you feel the ribs condense back toward the body. Inhale, feel the belly move outward, maybe even the side ribs. Navel away from spine. On your exhale, navel back down towards spine as ribs condense back towards your center axis. Continue to have this mindfulness around your breath. As you begin to soften the span of your brow, around your eyes, let your teeth part and release your jaw. And if you would like to adjust this breath to help you balance a little more emotionally, if you have been feeling down or depressed, invite a longer inhale. If you've been feeling anxious or agitated, a longer exhale. And if you've been feeling centered, allow the inhale and exhale to be balanced. Allowing that awareness around the expansion and the condensing around your navel on inhale and exhale. To keep you grounded right here, right now. If Ujjayi breathing, that whisper sound in the back of the throat, would be a benefit to help you release some stress, know that is available throughout the practice. We'll just take a few more rounds here as you start to contemplate what you need to balance today. What reason do you have for being on the mat? And if you'd like, you will use this as your sankalpa, your intention, maybe bringing hands together at the heart, thumbs resting. We state our sankalpa as if it's already occurring with an I am statement. If you'd like, repeating this I am statement a few times to yourself, really allowing you to ground into your intention. And whenever you feel ready, yogis, your next exhale will bow your chin and blink open your eyes. Please bring your hands back to your thighs. So over the weekend, I did some continuing education around the cervical spine, the neck area. So in this practice, I would like you to first off understand that we really shouldn't be doing neck circles. You yogis that have been practicing with me for some time understand that our practice shifts and it changes as I know better, I share that with you, and we all do better. So the actual action in the neck is either flexion, extension, rotation, or side bending. So we're going to go through a little series here of moving through that kind of action. The reason that circling around the neck is not good, or that can maybe be a detriment, is because there are some major arteries that come up through the neck, and there's a tendency to pinch that off as we work through certain areas. And you might even find your neck circles make you a little dizzy when you get into one point. So this is where we're creating this new awareness around opening in the neck. So hands back to thighs. And when you're ready, your next exhale is going to bring your chin down to your chest. On your inhale, please lift your chin. And exhale, lean the head back. Inhale, up to neutral. Let your chin be as parallel to the floor as you can. And on your next exhale, start to rotate your head right. Inhale, back to center. And exhale, head left. Inhale to center. Exhale, right ear to right shoulder. Inhale to center. Exhale, left ear to left shoulder. Inhale, center. We'll go the other way this time, in the neck when we rotate. On your exhale, chin to chest. Inhale, head up. Exhale, as far back as feels good to you, lift your chin. Inhale, back to center. Turning to the left this time, chin parallel to the floor. Exhale, rotate. Inhale to neutral. Exhale to the right. Inhale to center. Side bend, exhale, left ear, left shoulder. Inhale, center. Exhale, right ear, right shoulder. Inhale, center. On your next exhale, chin down to chest. And we're going to hold here. A little rock, right ear to right shoulder. Just a little rock, left ear to left shoulder. As you massage around the neck, the back, in this way. We'll just do one more side to side. Neutralize, inhale, lift the head. And on your exhale, release. When you're ready, please make your way to all fours. You're going to take your wrists below your shoulders, please. Knees below hips. Preparing for some cat-cow here. So with your wrist crease parallel to top edge of the mat, or to the wall ahead of you, depending on where you are, root down your index finger, your thumb. Please turn the inner elbows forward and let your shoulders smooth down from your ears so you feel nice and strong in the arms. On your next inhale, feel your belly lower as you lift your chin. Heart forward. And on your exhale, round your spine as you push the floor away. Navel in, back of heart to sky, chin coming in toward chest. We'll go a few more rounds here. The inhale, dropping you down, navel to the floor, chin lifting, heart reaching forward. The exhale, pressing the floor away, navel to spine, back of heart separating the shoulder blades, chin in toward chest. Please, as you move here, continue moving, know that you are welcome to pause in any of those points that feel sticky or tight. Again, we're taking this opportunity to really create presence whenever we feel there's a challenge or maybe a bit of discomfort. Can you practice keeping the mind calm and centered amid that discomfort, that adversity or difficulty? We'll take one more round here of cat-cow. And you're welcome to stay with traditional cat-cow, or you can start to invite some organic movement. It might be barrel rolls. You might press back to child's pose. Try not to overthink it, yogis. Just go where it feels good. Keep your breathing mindful. And we'll just take a couple more rounds here to balance out the work. And when you're ready, yogis, make your way back to center. From here, we're going to go into a child's pose to work through a little cat-cow in the thoracic, the upper spine. So please keep knees in line with the hips, the ankles. Sit back as much as feels good. Again, a blanket under the ankles or will help the top of the foot, or between the knee and the calf at the back of the knee will help any knee issues. When you come down into this, if it feels better in your shoulders, let your hands go wider. The wrists don't need to stay in alignment with the shoulder here. So you decide what feels good. So we're doing this tiny little cat-cow here. On your next inhale, yogis, please reach your heart to your thumbs, lift your chin. And on your exhale, round your upper back as you bring your navel to your spine and your chin to your chest. Inhale, heart forward, chin lifting. Exhale, round the upper back. Feel heart to sky, chin to chest. We'll just take a few more rounds here. Again, I invite you to pause wherever it feels like it will help you find space. Breathe into what you're feeling. Stay present through it the best that you can. But if you notice your mind wander, where does it go? And when you notice, what next? Are you going to continue getting caught up in thoughts? Or are you going to practice this opportunity to be present? What is awakening? And after your last cat-cow, please make your way back to neutral. You're going to come up to all fours, and we're going to prepare for a toe stand. Knees as wide as feels good to you. And I'd asked you to have a block or maybe a foam block or a book available with you today. Do have that nearby. It's not a have to, and in fact, you might decide that you don't even want to use it. So from here, knees as wide as feels good. Tuck your toes, and it's your choice. You can stay standing on knees, or you can sit back on the heels if that feels okay. You can move between the two if you'd rather, but let's try to be still in one point as long as you can, okay? Just notice where the mind goes. And then please grab your block. So what we're going to be working on today, they're called teacups, and it's a way to open up and get some mobility through the shoulder. That being said, if you find that keeping the block or your book balanced in your hand is completely throwing you off, and this is meant to be playful and fun, right? It's not supposed to add to the daily stress that you're having. So if that becomes too much, no need to use it, just have your palm, okay? So we're going to start off on the right side. Maybe left hand to hip or hand down alongside. Keep the glute strong and the navel in. I'll show you first. So we're going to circle and take the block inward, and then you're going to reach it back and circle up, coming back into this like teacup or what looks like you're holding a pizza shape. So you're going to rotate inward, back, circle up, do what you need to in the torso, and find that pizza or teacup shape again. Let's do two more this way. Inhale, circle back. Try not to grip the block, just prop it up. Exhale through, back to where you began. Inhale, circle back. Where's your mind here? Can you stay present with the action? Up and back. Okay, we're going to go in reverse. So we think of pressing up, circling around, sweep forward. As you bring it back, you're going to bring the block in toward the waistline and back up into that teacup. Inhale, circle up, around, sweep back. Bring the block in and up. One here, more here, you guys. Inhale, sweep up, Let it be playful. Exhale when you're ready, sweep back. Bring the block in toward the waist and back up to neutral. All right, second side. Find the placement of right hand that feels good, holding your block, or deciding it's not for you today. No big deal, you guys. Do what you need to do. Know you're enough no matter what. This is just some play. All right, when you're ready, we're going inward first. Inhale, circle the block in. We'll start slow on this side. Out, coming back up around, and into that teacup shape. Inhale, circle in. Keep the glutes strong, the navel in as you circle around. Back to where you began. Last one here, inhale. When you're ready, exhale, sweep up. And back into teacup. Going the other direction, playing with the brain. Inhale, circle up and around. Bring the block in toward the waist and up to where you began. Inhale, circle up and around. You're sweeping back, glutes strong, navel in, block in toward waist, and back to neutral. One more like this, if it pleases you. Inhale, up and around. Circle back and into the waist. Back up to where you began. Go ahead and set the block to the side. We are going to be using that in a little bit. And when you're ready, untuck your toes and feel free to drum the top of the foot on the mat. If you'd like, a little flexion extension through the neck. Remember, we're not trying to circle around the neck. We're being mindful of the arteries that are there and giving the joint the proper movement. And when you're ready, back to neutral. Preparing for down dog. You're always welcome to use blocks below hands in down dog if that takes weight out of shoulders. When you're ready, wrist crease parallel to top edge of mat. Evenly spread your fingers. When you're ready, weight and index finger and thumb. Step your feet back and please lift your hips to the sky. You are welcome to bring the feet in a little bit and bend the knees if this helps you get some nice length through your spine. If you'd like, you can pedal your legs or maybe you sway your hips side to side. Wherever you are, let's create some upper body strength. Index finger, thumb into the floor. Feel your inner elbows turn forward. And then your outer shoulder blades are going to lift, so you feel wide in the upper back. Allow your head to dangle, yogis. A little shake of yes or no. Just feel today's tension start to slip away. Be mindful of your breath. And if you'd like, yawn your mouth open, stick your tongue out, and let go of the tension in your jaw. Get as big and as crazy feeling there as you'd like. We're going to do a little squat before we come down, if it suits you. So when you're ready and balanced, find some stillness. On your next exhale, reaching hips to heels, bend your knees. Press your hands into the floor and forward and find a little extra length through the spine. Let your neck relax. Maybe wiggle your tail side to side. Where's your breathing? What's the quality of your mind? Nice, you guys. And when you're ready, your inhale will press your legs towards straight. On your next exhale, please bring knees back down to floor. So we're going to go through this teacup action. Untuck your toes if you'd like. In a little twist to the side. So you might decide to use the block and have fun with it. Just see where the challenge takes you, or if, especially if you have shoulder concerns and you aren't able to keep that hand really flat, maybe don't worry about it and just set the block to the side, okay? So again, wrist below shoulder, keep the weight in index finger, thumb, the inner elbow turning forward, shoulder, right shoulder, down the back. You're going to find your block, keep the glutes strong, your navel in. We're starting going inward again, okay? So when you're ready, inhale, circle the block inward. Start to circle up, up and around, and open up. On your exhale, bring the block back forward or your hand and circle in toward the waist, back to this pizza shape. Inhale, circle in, around. You're going to sweep up and open. On the exhale, taking back round, you're still flexing the wrist like you have your block there if you've lost it. And come back to that, holding a pizza shape. Last one this direction. Inhale, circle in, around, roll up. And on your exhale, come back, around, block in toward waist, where you began. We're going to go the other way. So you're going to think of pressing up. Let me think about this. I've got my brain going too here, you guys. So we're going to think of sweeping up, out to the right, circle around, bring the block in toward the waist, and back where you began. Circle up, around. Just really working through the shoulder. It's okay if you're not exactly getting this. Just we're looking for some mobility. Inhale up, around. Circle in. And release. Maybe even find some gratitude that that's all over. From here, we're going to do some mobility around the hips. We're going into the right leg here, preparing for some standing work as well. So you're going to keep glutes strong, navel in, your arms engaged, right? Inhale, lift the right knee. On your exhale, bring knee to chest. Let your knee make a circle as it goes up and around. As big of a circle as you can, even with your left leg there. Come back to neutral. Inhale, circle up and around. Navel to spine. Exhale, bring the knee back in. We'll do one more this direction. Inhale, circle up and around. Exhale, knee into chest. Other way, you guys. Inhale, circle up and around. As big with the knee circle as you can. Exhale. Bring your chin to your throat. Inhale, circle up and around. Exhale as you bring it back to center. One more here, you guys. Inhale. And exhale. On your next inhale, extend the right leg. Flex the foot. Bring the right hip down. Feel your glutes strong, your navel in, and if you'd like, go into bird dog, extending left arm forward like you're going to shake someone's hand. Again, chin to throat. Where's your breath here? Push the floor away. And on your next exhale, we're going into a low lunge, right foot forward. You can bring the left hand down. Use blocks if that helps. Stepping right foot forward. Lift the back knee. Lengthen, widen the stance. This feels good to you here today, you guys. You're going to keep your wrists below your shoulders. Feel your glutes engaged, your navel to your spine as you reach through the back heel and the heart. Allow your chin to come down. Soften your mouth, relax your gaze. Notice how spacious you feel in the back of the neck. Deep breathing, you guys. Maybe some open mouth exhales, helping to balance the inward. And on your next exhale, left heel to the floor. We're preparing for warrior one, so you might like to bop your left foot a little closer to left side of the mat. Fire the glutes up and rise when you're ready. From here, notice your engagement. So keep the pinky toe edge of the back foot plugging into the floor. Your left kneecap drawing up. Your glutes are strong, and you're feeling this little shift. Left hip forward, right hip back, just until you get your stretch. If you're unable to breathe comfortably, back it off a bit, okay? No big deal. Where's your presence? Are you here now in your body with your engagement? Or is the mind wandering away? Again, don't be judgmental, but observing this. When we get into judgment, remember it's a really hard space to grow. Usually it accommodates shame and blame and all this stuff that really holds us back. So be aware of that. And then on your next exhale, hands come down. And maybe you do both hands at the same time if you feel like you really want to up the challenge. Maybe right hand goes to thigh. We're going to do a couple of sets here of the teacup to just play around in the spine and the shoulders. All right, so wherever you are, keep the glutes strong, the navel in. Inhale, circle, hand in toward waist. Reach back, sweep up, and come back into where you began. Inhale, circle in, sweep back. As you lift up, exhale, or however the breath works for you, down. Just be mindful of your breathing. When you're ready, one more this way. Nice, you guys. And then we'll practice going the other way. Pressing up, circling around, sweep down and back, coming through the waistline into that platter shape. Sweep up. Where's the gluteal strength? Back. Bring the hands in toward the waistline. Back to where you began. Last one. Press up. Circle. Inhale. Come forward. Hands in toward the waistline. And exhale. Nice, you guys. When you're ready, hands back down to floor. Pivot on the back toes. And please set your left knee to the floor. Untuck the toes if you'd like. Totally a choice for you. Wherever you are, keep the glutes strong, the navel in, and let your shoulders slide down as your frontal hip, as your heart lifts. Let your chin come down. Deep breathing. If you feel that you're getting enough of a stretch in your left thigh, you're more than welcome to stay here. If you would like to go into an open arm twist, left wrist below left shoulder, root the index finger and thumb, turn the inner elbow forward, and then you'll sweep the right arm up if you'd like. You're welcome to stay right here, chin down, you guys, toward the shoulder. Let your gaze maybe just move straight ahead, not overarching in the eyes. If you'd like, you can go into a half bind, right arm around low back. If it's accessible to you and you can still breathe, be mindful of the ego here. Maybe you bend the left knee and get a hold of your left foot. Wherever you are, shoulders down the back, draw the right shoulder back in space. Let your chin come in toward your throat. Soft mouth. Where's your presence? Can you stay with what you're feeling? Long exhales helping you release. One more round, please. Your exhale, gently let go of the left foot. Try not to slingshot it. Wherever you are, right hand back down to floor, and you're going to take right leg back. Just pausing for a moment in child's pose. You can go into down dog if you'd rather here. Wherever you are, relax your neck, maybe forehead toward floor. If you're up and down dog, maybe a little shake of yes, no. And just notice how you feel. How can you help yourself come a little bit more back toward balance, considering we're pretty asymmetric in the work that we've done. Last one, you guys. And everybody, make your way to all fours when you're ready. All right. The blessing of the first side is that we don't know where we're going. The curse of the second side is that we now know where we're going, right? So you decide where you want to be in this little playful challenge. I'm going to give the block a go, see what happens. So knees below hips, left wrist below shoulder. Again, keep the weight in index finger, thumb, inner elbow turning forward. If you're using the block or your book, take it into the palm of the right hand. Glutes strong, navel in. We're starting with going inward with the hands. So on your inhale, taking left hand in, circling back and up, sweep around, try to lift up, carrying through, come back to where you began. Inhale, circle inward. Exhale, opening up, and back and down where you began. One more like this. Inhale, circle inward, just playing around the shoulder socket. Exhale, come back around to where you began. Let's go the other way. Inhale, press up, circle. Exhale, bring it through. Just notice what feels maybe a little easier. Inhale, up and around. Exhale, bring it back in through center. One more this way, you guys. Inhale. And exhale. Setting the block to the side. If you were there, you could throw it at me. Or here, if you were here. All right. We're coming into that hip movement here. So be mindful of your placement of your hands. Glutes strong, navel to spine. On your next exhale, knee into our chest. Inhale, circle up around, thinking of circles with the knees. As you exhale, bring back in towards center with the knee, Inhale, circle up and around. Exhale, bring it back in towards center. One more this way. Inhale. And exhale. Going the other direction. Inhale, circle inward and out. If you get any cramping here, feel free to back off. Give yourself a little massage. Navel to spine. One more, please. Nice, you guys. When you're ready, extend the left leg. Flex the left foot. Keep the glutes strong. Bring the left hip down a little bit. Navel to spine. You're more than welcome to stay right here or begin to extend the right arm like you're going to shake someone's hand. Bird dog. Push the floor away wherever you are. Let your chin draw down. Spacious back of neck. Where's your breath? Where's your presence? And on your next exhale, right hand to floor, however you'd like to get there, making your way into a lunge. Left foot forward. Blocks or wrists below shoulders. Tuck your back toes and lift the right knee. Lengthen, widen the stance as feels good. You're going to reach through the back heel. Feel your glutes engage, your navel to your spine. And again, check out the back of the neck. Let's be a little more spacious. Shoulders down, chin to throat. With some open mouth exhales, help you release internal pressure. What are you feeling where? Can you stay with it? Nice, you guys. When you're ready, an exhale is going to set right heel down, preparing for warrior one. Again, you can bop right foot a little closer to the right side of the mat. It'll give your hips more room to move. Fire up your legs and rise when you're ready. So again, we're thinking of the pinky toe edge of the back foot rooting into the mat. Your back kneecap lifts. Feel your firm foundation. And then if you'd like, right hip forward, left hip back until you feel that stretch on your right inner thigh. Feel the glutes strong, the navel to the spine. And it's your choice, yogis, whether you come into both hands preparing for teacup, both arms, shoulders, or if your left hand comes to your thigh for a little more stability. We're going with the hands turning inward again first. Keep the glutes strong. On an inhale, turn fingertips in toward waistline. Reach back, find a little more fluidity here as you sweep up. And exhale, back to where you began. Inhale, sweep inward. Circle back, forward, and up. Exhale. One more this way. Inhale, sweep back, forward, up, and exhale. Going the other way. Inhale, sweep up and forward. Exhaling back as you bring hands back in to where you began. Inhale, sweep up, forward, back. Come back to where you began. Just have fun. Don't worry too much about it. Inhale, press up. Exhale back. You might wonder about my definition of fun. And exhale back into neutral. When you're ready, release your hands and make your way back. Right knee to the floor. Untuck the back toes if you'd like, you guys. So from here, again, glutes strong, navel in. Feel your shoulders down and your heart extend forward, chin to throat. Breathe. Opening the right thigh. Release your jaw. Maybe even yawn the mouth open again. Let your teeth, your lips part. You are more than welcome to stay right here. Maybe right wrist below right shoulder. Root index finger and thumb. Turn the inner elbow forward. If you'd like, inhale, sweep the left arm open. You're welcome to stay here or to come into your half bind. If you'd rather, and it's accessible, again, watch the ego, bend the right knee, and maybe you're able to get a hold of your right foot. Wherever you are in that foothold, I want you to feel the heel moving toward the outer right hip if you're in that hold. Keep the glutes strong, the shoulder away from ear on the left side and moving back in space. Chin to throat. Remember, we're trying to be mindful around the neck. The one action that can really cause us some issues, as well as rotating around the neck, is to lean back and twist. So be mindful about that. Let your chin always move towards your shoulder. And on your next exhale, being very mindful of a gentle release, let it go. You can make your way back if you'd like. Pause in your child's pose for a moment. If you'd rather go into your down dog, know that's available. Open mouth exhales to help you balance inwardly. And we're going to make our way to the top of the mat from here, just to come into some side bending and whatnot. So when you're ready, everybody's making their way into down dog. Wrist crease parallel to the top edge of the mat. Spread your fingers evenly. Stepping feet back one at a time, lifting hips to the sky. If you'd like, you can step the feet in again, bend the knees a bit. Maybe you re-elongate the spine a bit with a squat, or rock up onto the balls of the feet. Just let your head dangle wherever you are. A little shake of yes, no. Bring yourself into balance with whatever you're doing. And on your next exhale, please look to your hands, and however works for you to get there, a wide, powerful pose, top of the mat. Feet are at least as wide as your hips. You're bending your knees a lot, and I just want you to sway here, yogis. Let your head dangle if that feels okay. It's like you're paintbrushing your fingertips on the floor. Stay with what you feel, this nice release along the spine. And whenever you feel balanced in what you've done, make your way back to center. Glutes strong, please, navel to spine. On your next inhale, push down and begin to sweep to standing. Lifting the arms, the heart, and the chin when suits you. Keep the glutes strong, the heart up, and take as much of a back bend as pleases. On an inhale, you'll make your way back to neutral. And on an exhale, release your hands to your heart, your palms to your sides. Just pause for a moment here in Tadasana, mountain pose. Become aware of the weight even through your feet, rooting in the big toe mound, the pinky toe edge, and the heel. Notice if you're locking your knees out, let there be a tiny little micro bend there. Glutes strong, navel in. We're preparing for some side bends here. So keeping the lower half strong, On your next inhale, please take right arm up. Reach, and on your exhale, up and over. Let your chin come to your throat again as you push your right foot and really reach through the right hand. But I want you to be mindful of this deep breathing in the right low back, side body. On an inhale, back up to neutral. The exhale, releasing right hand. Inhale, left arm up, strong lower half, extend. Exhale, up and over to the right. Root the left foot, reach through the left hand. Let your chin come down into your throat. Where's your breath? What are you feeling where? Can you stay with the sensation? Watch if the mind wants to wander away. And when you notice it, ask yourself, what next? Are you going to lean in toward awakening, toward presence? Or are you going to continue the sleepwalking that we all have a tendency toward? On an inhale, make your way back up to neutral. And on an exhale, hands to heart. Just pause for a moment, recall your intention. Remember, when we are in the present moment, we step into limitlessness. Anything is possible. We're not confined by the obstacles our thinking presents. We're simply with whatever is. When you're ready, exhale, bow the chin, release the hands. Inhale, sweeping the arms, lifting the heart and the chin. We're going back into a powerful pose. Arms up this time. Let them be parallel to the floor. Weight in your heels, glutes strong, navel in. Pausing just for a round of breath. Let your chin come down. And on your next exhale, continue to fold. Torso to thighs, hands to blocks or the floor. Let the weight rock forward into the balls of your feet, and as much as feels appropriate, maintaining torso to thigh, reach your legs back. Relax your neck. On your next inhale, yogis, you're going to make your way back to your stomach. If you would like to pause in a plank beforehand, please know that's available. If chaturanga is part of your practice and you can do it safely, do. Remember, shoulders down. Through that motion, weight into the index finger and thumb. However you'd like to get down to your stomach, please make your way. We're going to go through some cobra poses today that we're not actually going to use the hands for. So we're engaging the upper back and actually around the whole torso a little bit more. So let your feet go as wide as feels good in your low back and bring your hands back as though you are preparing for your cobra pose. Shoulders down, feel the collarbones wide, navel to spine. And again, let your chin be down into your throat. We don't want to overarch here. On your next inhale, you're going to lift your hands, your heart, root through the feet. Shoulders down, like you're dragging the mat backward. Feel your heart extend a little bit more. What's the chin doing? Can you soften your mouth and deepen your breath? Push the tops of feet into floor. Long exhales, helping you work through what you're experiencing. And on your next exhale, yogis, release. You can stack your hands, resting your forehead or turning one cheek down. You're welcome to rock your hips, or you can bend your knees and windshield wiper your legs, releasing your low back. You might find an open mouth exhale to be a benefit. Or two. We're going to practice one more of those. Give yourself a moment here. Maybe even reflect on how you responded to that work. Can you practice staying a little more present through what you feel? When you're ready, feet as wide as feels good. If you had discomfort in the back, maybe let them go a little wider. When you're ready, wrists below shoulders. Chin in, shoulders down, navel to spine. Root the tops of the feet. And inhale, lift hands and heart. Again, you can imagine drawing the mat back with your hands and reaching your heart a little more forward. Push the tops of your feet into the floor. Can your chin come down? Can you relax your mouth, your throat, and deepen your breath? If you need to come out before I cue it, listen to your body. Do what you need to do. We're always staying safe no matter what. And on your next exhale, release. Again, you're welcome to stack your hands, rest forehead or opposite cheek. You can rock your hips again or windshield wiper your legs if you choose. Again, when open mouth exhales help you balance. Let it go like a steam valve. Whenever you're ready, yogis, we're making our way into child's pose for a little twist for the upper back. So please bring your legs into alignment with your hips, wrists below shoulders. When you're ready, shoulders down, navel to spine. You're going to push up and back. In this twist, we're going to either take, if you think of a clock face on the floor ahead of you, you can either take your right arm, slide it through the left arm and leg, and take it to what would be a 9 o'clock, Or if you feel that it would be maybe a little better stretch for you, maybe you take it toward a 10 or 11 o'clock, so it's a little bit at an angle. Everyone feel the right shoulder down away from the ear. You can use a block below the right side of the head, or you can let the right side of the head come toward the floor. Wherever you are, gently press the back of the right hand forearm into the mat, and then use that to rotate your left underarm back toward the floor. This will create a little bigger stretch at the back of the right shoulder. Breathe into the sensation. Stay with what you're feeling. Long exhales helping you let go. Is there anywhere you're immediately holding that you can let go of? Around your eyes, your jaw, your neck? Last round of breath here. And your next inhale will take the right arm out and re-extend. And just pause for a moment in child's pose and just notice the work that you've done. I always notice the arm that I stretched feels a little longer, a little warmer, a little more tingly even. What do you notice? Use this awareness to keep you grounded to the moment. And when you're ready, second side. Lifting up just enough to take left arm between right arm and leg. Again, a block below the head can be a nice way to bring the floor up to you so your neck can relax. Either taking the left arm to 9 o'clock or maybe toward 10 or 11, depending on what you're feeling. Left shoulder away from ear. Setting left side of head toward the floor. Gently root the back of the left hand, forearm into the mat, and use that rooting to rotate your right underarm toward the floor. Where do you feel this? Can you come into some long exhales to help your body release? To keep you present? Last cycle of breath here. And on your next inhale, make your way up. Re-extend your left arm. Just pause in your child's pose. Notice how you feel. How the left arm feels. And when you feel ready, you're going to make your way up to a seat. We're going to go into a seated pigeon pose today. I have options here. You are welcome, as always, to sit on a blanket or a bolster. Just let the blanket come into the front edge of your sits bones, not into the thighs so much. So in this seated pigeon pose, you're going to flex your right foot, as long as that feels okay, and cross your right ankle on your left thigh. It might be a little bit further down, that's just fine. As long as that feels okay, you're going to maybe stay right here, even pressing right knee away, sitting as upright as you can. You're welcome to stay here. If you think it'll feel okay and you want to go a little bit further, let your hands come back. They're going to kickstand you. Shoulders down, collarbones wide, weight in index finger and thumb. And then you're going to drag the left foot in. We want to stay as upright in the spine as we can here. So notice if you start to get all crunched up and maybe you wiggle the left foot away in order to maintain spaciousness. Shoulders down, collarbones wide. With the right foot flexed, that always gets a little deeper into the outer right hip for me. You're going to reach your right knee away from your right shoulder. Let your chin come to your throat. You might like to do a little rock here, massaging around the right hip. Maybe come back to that opening breath, the inhale, feeling the navel expand out, the tummy balloon away from the spine. The exhale, feeling the condensing back down, navel to spine. And then maybe you just pause wherever you're feeling the most. Relax your jaw, your eyes. from here, you guys. We're going to find a twist. If it feels okay, you're just going to drop right foot to the left and come into your seated twist here, adjusting so that both sits bones are down. If you're like, haha, not today, Mandy, then I would like you to instead extend the left leg and bring right foot to the floor on the, as much as it's able, on the outside of the left leg. So you just decide where is appropriate. Again, we're being as upright in the spine as we can. Feel the glutes strong, and take left arm around right leg, trying to root the left big toe mound. We'll get deeper into the outer right hip. Right hand behind you, please. Wherever you are, shoulders down. Inhale, lift your heart. On the exhale, navel to spine, hug the left knee, and start to twist to the right. Bring your chin down, you guys. Each inhale, lift the sternum. Each exhale, navel in, hug the knee, maybe twist a little deeper. Notice all that space in the left low back to breathe. Long exhales. And on your next inhale, gently unwind. Re-extend the right leg. Just pausing for a moment. Notice what you notice. And we'll prepare for pigeon, second side. Bringing the right leg in. Again, flexing the foot will get a little deeper into the outer left hip. You can hold the arch and press the left knee away if this is where your pose is today. Stay upright in the seat. If you think you'd like to go a little bit further, if you're able to still breathe through this, hands come back. Again, weight and index finger, thumb, shoulders down, collarbones wide, and then drag the right foot back. Maintain that uprightness, that spaciousness. With left foot flexed, you can reach left knee away from you. Shoulders down again, collarbones wide, watch that. Chin to throat, you're welcome to stay here. Maybe you do a little rock side to side, massaging the left hip. Deep breathing, you guys. Belly expanding outward on inhale. Navel hugging back down to spine on exhale. And then pause wherever you're feeling the most benefit, where you can still breathe. Practicing presence. Notice if you're picking up tension. Relax around the eyes, your mouth, your jaw, and neck. Are the shoulders creeping up? And on your next exhale, we're preparing for that twist. So you can extend right leg, or if it feels okay, dropping both legs to the right, left foot rooted. Adjust the legs as necessary so both sits bones are down. Wherever you choose to be, if you have right leg extended, keep energy through the right heel. Left big toe mound is trying to make it to the floor, glutes strong. Right arm around left leg, left hand behind. Feel the shoulders down, yogis, chin to throat, and inhale, lift your sternum. On the exhale, hug navel and knee in and start to twist to your left. Notice what's happening. Inhale, sternum to sky. Exhale, navel and knee hug in. Maybe twist a little bit more. Keep the chin to the throat. Deep breathing in the right low back. Long exhales assisting some release. You guys, on an inhale, gently unwind. Extend the legs. We're preparing for a seated forward fold. So if you'd like, you can draw your sits bones back so you feel a little more upright. And again, a wider leg is more kind on the hamstrings, so you decide what that means for you today. Hands can be the legs or the floor. Please flex your feet and root your thighs down. Remember that little bit of back bend that we try to practice here. So we're not rounding in the upper back. We're feeling more of the heart reaching forward. So shoulders down the back. Inhale, lift the heart. Navel to spine. If you have low back issues, stay upright. Otherwise, begin to exhale and invite a forward fold. No pressing. Each inhale, chin down, shoulders down. Extend the heart. Each exhale, navel to spine, long exhales. Just notice what you notice as far as a release goes. Deep breathing. Long exhales. Just notice if you're just breathing to the center of the chest, can you allow it to go deeper? Notice if you start to overarch in the neck, let the chin come down, helping to calm your nervous system further. Stay with the sensation. Notice if the mind's wanting to wander away. Be diligent. Practice presence the best you can. Knowing no matter what, you're enough, just as you are. We're evolving no matter how present we are. It's just that the evolution tends to be a little slower if we're less conscious through it. The more conscious that we can be in our waking moments, the more evolution we'll find coming our way, the more growth we'll find. And when you're ready, yogis, an inhale will gently bring you up. One final pose here. You're welcome to go to your backs and either come into reclined child's pose or happy baby, just to do some rocking and rolling. If you'd first like to have your blankets nearby, if you're going to stay for meditation, please do. Or if you'd like a bolster for underneath the legs, if your back's uncomfortable laying flat on your back, have that available. And then whenever you're ready, you can take your way down. If you're going into reclined child's pose, you'll either hold your hamstring or your shin and let your knees move towards your underarms. You're welcome to rock here, letting your legs create your momentum. If you'd like to go into child's pose, you can lift the foot, hold the pinky toe edge of the foot or maybe the ankle or shin, and then rock that way. Again, the legs helping you create momentum, massaging the back, even getting onto the side body if that feels appropriate. Notice your breathing. And whenever you feel balanced, do take some time to be still. Shoulders heavy wherever you are, weight of arms drawing the knees down. If you're holding your feet in happy baby, gently press the hands and feet together. Notice how that shifts the stretch. Soft mouth. If you'd like to take a full body stretch before coming into your resting pose, you are welcome to it. Maybe arching the back, spreading fingers and toes. And then please prepare for your relaxation. If being upright is rather where you'd like to be, know that's available to you. Taking some time to get settled. Allow your upper back to be smooth to the floor. Let the back of your neck again be long, chin drawing down, soothing your nervous system further. Arms are as wide away from the body as feels good to you. If you'd like, palms up will help your shoulders relax more. And then let your legs go as wide as feels good, maybe even pinky toes heavy to the mat. We're just going to start off here with some mindful breathing, a little different practice than I've done with you recently. So your next inhale, I want you to imagine it drawing up through the soles of your feet. And the exhale, I want you to feel it going out the top of your head. Inhaling through the soles of your feet. Exhaling through the top of your head, maybe even your fingertips. I imagine it like a circle. The inhale, drawing in. The exhale, moving out. Again, drawing in through the soles of the feet. Releasing through the top of the head. Fingertips. And just be a natural, nourishing breath. You're welcome to continue with this idea, or you can gently release it. As you could begin to feel your heels heavy into the mat. Feel them grounding. If your legs are bolstered up, you'll feel your calves heavy into the mat or the bolster. Just feel rooted in the bottom portion of the leg. And allow that rooting to release the bottom of the foot, the top of the foot, your shin, calf. Really be aware of letting go of all 10 of your toes. And then, when you feel ready, take that awareness up to your hips and really feel anchored in the hips, letting them soften down and spread wide. And as you feel the hips rooting down and spreading wide, maybe some of that softness enters the circumference of the thighs. And then awareness traveling up your spine. Can you feel your shoulders grounded into the floor? That grounding allowing the collarbones to widen and the heart to feel spacious. Taking your awareness next to your elbows and your wrists, even the backs of the hands feeling weighted into the floor. Maybe even feels like your palm is getting heavier to the mat. Consciously release your arms and each of your 10 fingers. Notice the back of your neck, the left and right sides, the throat. Can you release there so that the back of your head becomes even more grounded into the floor. Maybe even noticing jaw, any tension there dissolving, the back of the head becoming heavier. Softening your cheeks, the muscles around, behind, and in between your eyes. All of this release, allowing your weight to settle a little bit more into the back of the head. Even soften the brow and the skin of your skull. Really feel grounded into the moment, into this relaxation. If you'd like, you can continue to breathe in through the soles of the feet and exhale through the top of the head and the fingers. As we just pause here for some moments of stillness, allow the mind to relax. Stay with the breath. As always, yogis, you are more than welcome to stay right here for as long as pleases you. If you'd like to reawaken, let it be a gentle and gradual process. Maybe starting with just wiggling fingers and toes. If you'd like, maybe moving on to rotating wrists, ankles, or even rocking your head side to side, massaging the back of the skull. You might eventually decide you'd like to go into another full body stretch, arching the back and getting nice and long. And you can roll to either side to pause in fetal position if it would please you. You can stay here for as long as you'd like. And if, when you choose, strong arms will help you to a comfortable seat when you decide. If it would please you, you are welcome to bring palms together, thumbs resting at your heart. And wherever you choose to be, let's take some time for gratitude. For the breath, the life that flows into the lungs. For the body. For the opportunity to practice presence when we encounter adversity. And maybe taking a moment here for your own gratitude. The love and the light in me recognizes and honors the love and the light in each of you. Thank you so much for practicing with me today. Namaste, yogis. As always, I ask you if you are able to help support any small business, in particular local gyms, fitness centers, yoga studios, as they really take a hit during this time. If you have the resources available, think about throwing them maybe $5 or $10, or any other way that you can use your time or talent to just enforce this goodwill moving forward. Again, thank you so much.